time again. It's time for our favourite moments.
That's right. We're not doing any nods because we take negativity and we kick it to the doorstep. That's right. None here.
Does that mean we actually had fun this event?
I never have fun.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! George, you take that negativity to the doorstep. None of that. Matt?
Oh! Also, we've got George here.
We've also got George.
Sweet gang.
Matt, go first.
Thanks, Sammy.
That's quite
That was a very good introduction.
I know, right?
Ooh. What have you got there, George?
It's some weird homemade vodka-y thing left over from Empire. Black avocado flavoured vodka. And it's mostly drinkable.
That's good.
It's blue, it could just be fucking...
Blue food colouring?
No, antifreeze. It could be antifreeze. So I could be dead by the end of the video.
It's true.
Oh, that's been fermenting in our kitchen for like 3 years. You know.
So it's not 21% anymore.
No!
It tastes like it.
Beautiful.
Right.
Are you ready, man?
I'm going to do mine in the opposite order. Because my first one is Sunday, and it's the top of the list, and I haven't changed it to a correct thing. I did an escape room.
Ooh. Ah.
What was that?
It was
getting
much more fun than
excited.
that.
Woo!
It's more like it. Thank you.
So what did you do?
So I went to the encounter tent for like the second time ever. So first of all, it's the first time Fallon's been through the Sentinel Gate in about 3 years. So it was like, we've got fast travel. This is amazing. Why don't we do this to go home to Scarsin so I don't have to travel for a week to get there? And then I realised, I'm in Tharunin with like the Orcs of the Great Forest again, which was good.
I'm sure a couple of years ago we did have a Sunday battle in Scarsund, and someone roleplayed just staying there and didn't come back
It
through.
didn't come home.
I'm sure.
Amazing. It sounds like it. But yeah, and I met this like weird, like esoteric shaman orc, and he set us a little escape room that we had to do. It was really, really cool.
So what exactly was the
So we had to find a bunch of runes that were in like, they spelt out, there was like a bunch of puzzles that spelt out letters. And then we had to find the specific runes. And of course none of us were winter markers and didn't know our runes. So that was a good start. But I was day mage, so I got to whack out some day magic, which is good. I got to pierce a little shroud.
50 day magic out for the lads.
I did a little bit of detect magic, the best spell in the Empire.
Don't worry, guys. Val's got this.
I did. It was good. We wouldn't have succeeded if I wasn't there.
Wow.
Yeah. So there you go. Didn't expect to be doing that on a Sunday morning.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah.
Right,
What's next?
George. First favourite moment.
Oh, just one.
Oh, just
What
your
we
first
doing
one.
like best to worst or worst to best?
No, we don't do worst here. We only do best.
Oh, it's best of three, so even though it's my worst best of three, it's hardly going to be bad, is it? It's still good. Unless I've only done 3 things at the
George,
event.
Stop confusing him.
Okay.
Just pick one.
I'm going to say Dave becoming general, actually.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I missed the fight again. Was it an alright fight?
I don't know, I didn't go. Or did I? No, I was busy. I was doing other things.
Yeah,
I was breaking hearts and making millions around Anvil.
It was really good. Like-
Oh, sorry.
So, Dave chose all of the people to go from the Iron Tide to fight for him. So it was 4 people versus 4 people in individual matches. As far as I remember, Iron Tide won all 4 of them.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And Lee especially won his. He
Yeah.
murked it. I nearly swear there, but
There's a reason he's being dubbed the Beast.
Yeah, he's absolute weapon.
Yeah.
The Iron Tide absolutely smashed the Christ out.
Yeah.
Like,
Although
everyone
to be fair, the Frost Bear that went up against Vio actually had a good show.
That was
Right.
Owen.
Yeah, they both
Owen
proper
was
RP'd it. It looks.
Yeah, it looked
sick.
really, really good. I'd be proud of that. So yeah, that was that one.
Shout out to Owen off the Discord. That was you. Anyway, that was kind of your one, and we've just
Yeah, but you
told
missed the most
everyone.
important. You missed the most important part of it
So what's
because
the
all
good
that
thing?
stuff was cool. It was more of an OC thing because Dave's like a proper sick fella, as you all know, and he's been a bit like wanting more out of his game, but not really going for it. So it seemed like putting his hand up, getting it, and fucking
Yeah.
smashing it. That was good. I like that.
Yeah.
Love you, Dave.
Brilliant. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Hi.
Okay, one of my favourite moments would have to be... I mean, it's in no order, so I'm going to randomly go for it. So, after the Rumble, Max, who plays Frostbear Rag, was awarded by Lupo, that's played by Danny, a piece of his armour. Now, this armour was supposed to represent, you know, the orcs that helped found his house. And obviously Max wasn't one of those. So to be given it, it was kind of like a big deal. And I was like, that's really cool, and he really loved it. But me and Lucas, we were just like, no, we're actually going to really see how far we can push this. So we pulled him into the Ironside tent, and the three of us sat down and we told him the story and the worth behind it and how much it meant that piece of armour, like, wouldn't be there, wouldn't exist without the orcs. And you could see how much he was kind of taking the story, and like role play wise, it was really, really good to see kind of like the people who had been there for a long time with this brand. You know, Rag's pretty new. I think it's like 2 events in, and just him becoming a part of all of it was really, really nice. And I think after that, actually, he went down to Dawn and give Lupo one of his Frostbear necklaces, not the actual bear. I think it was like an arrowhead or something like that. But it was just a really cool moment to share with someone who is pretty brand new to the orcs.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, that was one of my favourite moments.
Sweet.
You're up.
Did you have as much fun as we did?
I did have. I'm just trying to decide which one is
Go any man.
the good one.
We're throwing it all around town today.
No rush, we're not limited to time.
No.
What was our egregore?
So my note
Which one?
says our
Sexy or
egregore-
mental? Sexy good or mental good?
Mental crap.
Okay,
Love you,
so
Ed.
so my note says our egregore being an absolute shite hawk. So yeah, he was being super cheeky. Like the first thing that Ed did that was really cool was he told me a story right near time in.
Yeah.
And that was like, it had like that air of being like a really like poorly veiled threat, and all the Ashbourne like come over to me as it was like rah rah fuck rah rah, and, like started giving me all this.
Like, when you say they're saying, wow, does that mean they're calling your name?
Yeah. And like he
Good
started
band,
telling me this
scripted
story
band,
about
that's good that ladder.
wolves and sheep and the farmer.
Yeah.
And it was really good. But all the Ashbourne like crowded around me and were like, "Was he threatening you? What was that? Are you gonna be alright? Do we have to kill him?" So that was like the start of it. Then he gave like us some letters that were full of money and wouldn't tell us what they were, who they were for, and he literally like manhandled me to Urizen to come and deliver this letter. And the games were strong. He basically made it out that like he'd almost put a hit out on me, Aurora, and Grauka, and like got us to go and deliver the letters.
I mean, who wouldn't though? To be fair.
What, do anything mental good told him to immediately without question?
Yeah.
Oh, no, but
Yeah.
wait till you find out what it was.
I don't know if I really want to say, like, they actually turned out to be library files.
Wait, what?
That's a
So,
bit
like-
of an anticlimax.
It was a library fine.
Yeah, they were his library fines that he was paying off.
Does
It's
the
like
library
a-
even find citizens?
Let's
It does now.
assume it does, it's more fun.
Yeah, there's just assume it does. Yeah, it was games. I'm not going to go super hard into that. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was pretty intense and pretty funny. Like when we were like, me and Aurora, we were like, because Groundka hadn't delivered hers yet, and we were like panicking. We were like, what the fuck is this? Oh my god, this is so like fucking weird. What are we gonna do? And we like went back like straight after he like dragged me along to deliver this letter, and like he was like, what's the letters?
Yeah.
Please tell us what the letters are. And they told us and they showed us what they were, and yeah, they were library fines.
That is massively an anticlimax.
It was really funny. It was like Grud's idea of like getting his worth back was to start, like a stepping stone onto getting his worth back was to pay off his library fine.
Well, you know, it takes all sorts, man.
There was another thing that Grud did.
Okay.
I got tipped off by Chris Rigor.
Chris Rigor.
Yeah.
Sexy good.
Sexy Grud.
Grud that does.
Grud that does. that obviously they weren't going to let him open the gate this time.
Yeah.
And he told me and Aurora, he was like, you got to stop him from trying, because I don't know yet.
Yeah.
If he's going to, like, try and hurt himself again. So we did. We stopped him, and, like, I had a wrestling match. I managed to miss your speech. That was really sad. But Varna was watching him, and she was like, that's weird. He's just... After we stopped him, you know, he was, like, all a bit grumbly, and he sort of grumbled off into the crowd.
Yeah.
Varna was watching him, and she went, that's weird. He's doubling back, but he's gone in the hospital. He had to go and pay someone to heal him, because before we all got there, he went and painted the back of the Sentinel Gate with his blood.
So does that mean Match's, like, wholesome of speeches
didn't
do anything?
So the gate had already been opened by Grud, and me standing there was just inane babbling.
Might have been a morale boost for the...
Like,
for the
the most
truth of it.
awesome speech I've heard at Empire meant nothing.
And none of us
knew.
None of us noticed as we went through the Sentinel Gate that it was all covered in blood on the back.
No, well, you wouldn't, would you?
Exactly.
Did you notice coming
so there
back?
we go. That was why my note is my first one, out Egregor being an absolute shite orc. I love Egregor.
Oh yeah, hands down.
So brilliant, like Ed's great.
Yeah.
Right, over to you. Sorry, I feel like quite
Number
a lot
two.
of that was
No, that's all good.
much to be
Number
telling.
two. My next one is going to be... I don't feel like I need to talk about opening the gate now, because you kind of had that.
Oh, sorry.
No,
You should
it's
still
fine,
talk
'cause
about
there's
it
not-
from your perspective.
There's not really anything I want to add, apart from Fal got to put his outdoor voice on, and I shouted a lot, and then my voice hurt for the rest of the day.
So,
And
like,
I couldn't really speak
to
much.
be like, so just for context, like, I've lived with these guys for like just over 2 years now, I think it is, and I've never heard Matt sound like that before. When he was standing in front of the Sentinel Gate, I was like, "Who is wearing Fal's costume? What is good? Who is that?" Because he was just so not like Matt to sound like that, and it was kind of just like, damn.
But that's my angry Fal voice, and that only comes out. There's a reason Fal is soft spoken, and it's so that when I do things like that, it's more impactful.
Oh yeah, no, it hit home. You're just like, oh.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't think anyone saw it coming.
No, not at all.
So I need to really wind you up next event so I can hear it. Just start pulling down on your beard.
I want to hear that voice.
I'm not sure that'll get a verbal response.
More physical, you just take me out.
No, he'll pay someone to take you out.
He'll just.
Well, no, I nearly
punch
said
your
another word
face.
there, but I stopped myself.
Yeah.
PG-13.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do you get monetised?
No.
So you can't get demonetised, so I can swear.
No.
So therefore...
No. No.
Bottom.
Anyway.
See? It's not a swear.
Right, back on track.
Cool.
My proper number two
Yeah.
is I want to talk about the elections that we had this year. Or this season, rather, and specifically the ones in the Senate.
Okay.
So, there's always an ambassador's election every summit, and this event we had two. But we also had the Spy Master and the Advisor on the Fenny, and Marvin as well. And every single person that stood, and there was a lot, there was about 8 candidates for the Spy Master, there was at least 2 or 3 for each ambassador's election, if not more. All of them deserved the role. Like, they all answered the questions incredibly. They all answered just eloquently and to the point. A lot of them were quite long, but it proved they knew what they were talking about. But they were just so good.
I mean,
The bar was so high this season.
My only question is, if you're trying to be the Spy Master, Surely that's not what you're supposed to.
Well, no, but the Spy Master.
No one
Trust
should
is
know
an
who I am,
organisation.
but I'm going to go for an election.
You should probably read what the title is.
Yeah, it's actually just quite a mundane bureaucratic
Is it?
position, isn't it? Actually, more like.
Well,
Yeah.
clearly, I don't know my titles.
It's because you never had one.
The claws are coming out.
That hurt.
Have you? I didn't even know. Have you never had one?
No.
Oh, that's good then.
I have to make
It's
my
right,
own.
I got-
I have to make my own titles, don't you know?
If it's any consolation, I lost General this season, so we're all downhill. That was a good event and a half I had. It was good. I had fun.
Ex-general.
Yeah, yeah. It's better than never being General at all.
You're not wrong.
It's not actually, is it? It's not. No, it's actually a lot worse.
Right.
Well, I'm not done, but
Oh, you go ahead.
That's what I was trying to get back to.
yeah, I just want to say how proud I am of everyone that stood, everyone who had the courage to stand, everyone who wanted to try out for the jobs. Yeah, and just know, like, if you did stand and you didn't get a role, don't disappear, because the worst thing is, I see a lot of people that go for these positions that I've never seen before, and then I never see them again because they get really disheartened. There's a lot of fun and games to be had doing these diplomacy roles and doing these jobs, in effect, because that's what they are, more than the amount of people that have the roles. So, yeah, stick around. Don't be a stranger. I'm looking at you, people who stood.
I think we should put you on the spot and make you pick who was your favourite pick of all the ones who stood.
Oh.
You've got to
No,
pick
I
one.
can't
You can't
say
be
that.
neutral on this.
No, I can't.
All
say
the
that.
others are absolutely dreadful and you hate them, but this one you like.
You
Who
know
was
what?
it?
You know why I can't say?
What?
Because I don't remember any of their names.
Ooh. See, at least I remember the name of the orc who replaced me as general. Einstein Jan.
I didn't get
He
replaced.
casts an upside down triangle on the floor wherever he goes. He's a very good looking man.
Oh.
Right.
Let's get this derailed train back on the road. George, what's your number 2?
Oh, to be fair, I think I'm going to have to talk about my sign.
Go on then.
I don't really know where to begin a story on that, to be fair.
Which senator did you get to wear your sign, George?
I think it was Madruga. It was one of the Brass Coast ones, because I went to go and call her, Jenny. And she was like, because they were going to. And she pointed us towards one, and he told us which one he was, but I wasn't listening. And I forgot. So I assumed he was one from Madruga, because I knew one from Madruga was a fella. And he was a fella.
It's not Feroz, because that's Kiara.
He had horns.
Yes, I know he had horns.
Glasses.
Yeah, it's not Segura.
Matt, do you
No.
know who it is?
I'm not going to say.
You should do. You and Senate.
Just say.
No, it's because he's getting to name drop all of these people.
I'm going to let George dig his own hole. Anyway,
It was a lovely fellow. whoever it
Your
was.
A-frame billboard.
Yes. So a bit of fluff to get where this is coming from. So I play Crag, who's like a Grendel ancestor dog, and I interpret that to mean he's egotistical beyond all rational comprehension. So he finds himself in a position where he doesn't think his name's quite getting out there. Like, he's an Imperial Salt Lord. Everyone should know who he is. He's an important fella. So what are you going to do to fix this? What you do is, you make like an End is Nigh style sandwich board. On one front says in big bold letters, "Ask me about Ironside Crag." And on the other side there is a massive picture of my face with loads of arrows pointing at it. Just in case, who is Ironside Crag? I've got to say no more. There he is, got him. Perfect. So then I went and paid the senator quite a lot of money to wear it through a Senate. And apparently he kept on wearing it for ages afterwards. He was having the right time.
Did you hear some of the stories you said?
Yeah, he proper went for it. I got my money's worth.
I hear that Ironside Crag single-handedly sailed in a coracle all the way around the Bay of Catazar.
I've heard that. Or what is it Tom says about me when he's singing? I can impregnate anything from 50 paces. Things like that.
Oh my God.
I briefed him to say, obviously, hyperbolous, over-the-top things. Because his ego is absurd. That's the way I play it.
I've heard.
And apparently it finished the night getting given to Aurora and Crunk.
No, not Crunk. It was
Didn't
Frost,
Rag have it?
Frostbear Rag. You paid. I think it was a couple of mana to wear the sign.
Did I?
And you turned and said you can't take it off all night. He was like, oh, okay, fair enough. And you give him the mana. So
Only 2 mana, that's a right deal.
So he
like 4 crowns,
walked it around and ended up smashing it over Aurora. What made a hole in the back of it, and then Aurora.
I hope it was where my head was, like his head pokes through.
I thought it was.
Like out of your mouth.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Do you know what I thought was really funny was we ended up going for a bit of a walk, and there was a few humans with us.
Yeah.
So Aurora thought it would be really funny. So she's taken it off rag and just put it on some random poor human that was with us. I can't remember her name, but put the sign over this poor human, and we felt so bad. And it was just like, why? And we were just like, I think it was about 2 minutes. We were like, look, take it off. It's cool. And she's like, no, it's okay. It's like, no, just take it off. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
Clever
But that
to make me
sign
so proud.
got around like anything. Like Crag, the sign got around.
Because you know what the worst bit is? I'm then worried it accidentally got littered because it disappeared into the night. And for like the rest of the event, I'm like, oh, I hope it doesn't get left out on site afterwards because that'll make it look like a right.
It was definitely in the viewing gallery at the end of the night on Saturday.
With an hole in it.
I'm sure it got tidied away.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
That was good times. Right. My next one. So, my next one, I've titled it The Search for Uzco. That's right.
Star Trek 3.
Star Trek 3. So, I wanted to hallow the belt. And that was kind of something that me and Uzco had spoken about at E3. So I knew I had to find him. E2 I'd spoken to him, E3 was the last one. So I was like, right, I've got to go find him. So I went round all of Friday trying to find him. Couldn't. All of Saturday after we battled, couldn't find him. And then I think it was like Saturday, kind of like late afternoon, I found him and he was like, oh, the Pride Priest you're looking for, like, she's really busy, she's not going to be able to do it at the moment, but as soon as I can, I'll get her to come over. And I've kind of gone, oh, alright, fair enough, and I became a bit disheartened by it, because I was like, oh, I really want to get this belt hallowed, it's not going to be hallowed in time. So ended up walking up to the camp, and I was turned around and went to Raw. I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to get this done. And I think within like 5 minutes, you're just like, oh, let's go up here, because I think I might know someone. So we went up to, was it Highguard? Went up to Highguard. You spoke to Jada. And within like 2-3 minutes, she come back with this guy. I can't remember his IC name. I think his real name is Kane. He added me on Facebook recently. I can't remember that.
Real name?
Yeah, real
That's
name.
cool. I want to be called Kane.
Yeah. And he did the Pride hallowing for us. Did this really cool little ceremony. Like did a song with it as well. I mean, you were there as well. Like I'd never seen anything like that before. It was really cool. Like the RP for it was really cool. And then went up to God, did all the other stuff. I thanked him because it meant a lot to all of us. And like I tried to explain to him, like I see how much it meant to us, and that we were really thankful for him. So yeah, that was like a massive highlight for it. For me to be able to get that job done. So yeah, that was one of my moments.
You see, my moment, my second moment, also features a certain sort of Stormcrow.
Okay.
Biko.
No.
Let's go.
It was my.
Am I saying it wrong?
No.
It is Uzco, isn't it?
Wait, Stormcrow Uzco.
Stormcrow Uzco.
Doesn't ring a bell. Who's that?
I don't know. No one
I know him in real life. His name's not ringing a bell. Who is it?
James Bushwood.
Oh, yeah, of course. I do know.
It's Chloe Chaos's twin.
Yes. Chloe Chaos's twin.
Is there some bullying I've missed out on it? I've not got a clue what you're on about.
He refers to himself as Chloe Chaos's twin.
Oh, fair.
So yeah, Uzco. Basically, after doing the ceremony in the pit, Uzco decided that, like we met, Uzco decided, you know what might be a really nice thing to do would be to let Raw be able to see for a little bit. So in his like undeniable infinite wisdom, he brought Raw some goose whisper.
You think? You didn't actually see it, of course. Could have been anything.
It could have been anything. Who knows?
We never mentioned
Just
it.
made
But
it up.
Raw is blind. We never mentioned it.
Yes. So he brought Raw some goose whisper, which is like a drug that lets you see a vision.
Yeah.
So you got absolutely off your nut and went off on the mad one about Anvil.
Pretty much, yeah. I had like we kind of had to wait quite a long time for Bumblebee to be ready.
Yeah.
But they went and got the pack of like visions, and we did the like role playing pit for having a vision.
Yeah.
It was really cool. basically what happens is I don't know. Should I say this bit? What happens is the ref brings you a bag.
Yeah.
And you pick out a card out of the bag.
Yeah.
And it's got your vision on it.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the bag's full of different visions.
Yeah.
And you pick out one and you read it, and then you have to put it back in the bag. Right, you can read it as many times as you like on your own, but then once it's back in the bag, you have to role play out watching the vision. Right, which is how Skin View is supposed to be, isn't it?
It's a very similar.
Yeah. So, Ghost Whisperer is basically the signs and portents ritual. It's a night ritual in a potion form.
Right. Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
So you get all the you go. Basically, you have this really intense vision, and then you are stratospherically high for the next hour.
So that's why I didn't see you.
Yeah. So.
She didn't see you either.
So I decided.
She never does.
She's blind. We never mentioned it.
She never.
We don't
has.
mention it. No.
No.
So, like I say, we were waiting quite a while to get everyone organised in time, and I had something quite important to do directly after this that I actually managed to miss because I'm a fool. Sorry, Tolly. I was too busy getting high to come to your wedding. But yeah, we did the ritual, and then all the roleplay effects was basically you get really, really paranoid, and a lot of the symptoms of the role-playing effect are visual based. You're meant to see things out of the corner of your eye.
Yeah.
So we kind of just transferred it into maybe their auditory hallucinations instead.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. And we sort of went for a little bimble. I went to go see Tolly while I was off my tits on Goose Whisper and cried at him a lot. So, right, I'll tell you about the vision now. Sorry, I go on a lot. The vision was really cool. I got the one that was, it was like a heart vision. There was something to do with a heart that could have been a Volodny, right? Ooh. So we reckon it was probably a Volodny one, but...
For the boys and girls at home, what's a Volodny?
I've got no idea. This is what I was told.
This is heart of...
And I'll get into this. My vision had a heart in it. It had a girl in it. It had husks in it. Right? So, Raw, who's a survivor of Return, just went, "Oh no!" and got massively triggered out of her arsehole about no return.
Out of her warehole. Demonetisation.
Sorry, people. You can put a little picture of foul over my mouth.
It's more Matt getting angry with me for not editing.
I'm going to get really angry with you after we've recorded this video now.
He will. He's going to behead me.
I'm going to have to sleep in the cellar again.
Anyway.
Just calm. Okay.
In the dungeon.
Raw gets really sad. Raw gets really sad and starts telling Uzco about what happened at Return.
Okay.
It's actually a function.
At Return, there was a girl
in the garden
with a big hammer.
Hammer girl.
Hammer girl. You know Hammer girl.
Yeah.
Right? So guess where that right. I was talking to Uzco about it, right? Matthew, the fucking camera is balanced on the table.
And you're wibbly wobbling it about. You're ruining the art.
Oh no, have I ruined the whole shot?
We'll never know until...
We won't know.
Let's hope not.
Are you done?
I think I'm done, yeah.
I think at this point you should own it, we'd wobble it a bit more.
No, I'm not going to wobble it anymore. Earthquake!
Wow. Gonna leave all of this in.
Anyway.
This is genuine unscripted banter, folks.
Hammer girl.
Chemistry.
Alright, Hammer girl, yeah.
I kind of did the thing where you put her face over it, right? And so I decided that Hammer girl was the girl in my vision. And bye.
Bye.
Should I just stop?
No, it'll still be going.
I think
it'll still pick you up.
It's still going. I'm just being...
Making sure
It was also on low power mode, so I'd click the button.
Oh shit.
It's fine.
Am I talking to
Oh
you?
dear.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
Go on, carry on.
Sorry, Hammer Girl.
You listening?
No,
Right.
I'm not listening.
Hammer Girl, right, I kind of implanted her face onto the vision, and he was telling me that that hammer has ended up in his banner at his hall, right? And you're never going to guess who was standing next to us on the battlefield the next day.
Hammer Girl.
No, the girl from Usko's house with the fucking hammer. Oh god, this wasn't really worth it. Over to you, Matthew. I had a really good time with Usko.
That was really cool.
You didn't listen to half of it.
I was listening.
Keep going.
Well, I thought it was really cool, and I'm sure the comment section will agree with me.
Oh my god, domestic live on air. No, that sounds really cool and slightly odd that you had that.
Part of the vision role-playing effect is that you start seeing connections in strange places, and then that actually
happen.
fucking happens.
Yeah, that's a bit. That's
Go,
quite strong.
Over to you.
Well, do you want to do the interlude now, Sammy?
The interlude.
Well, we've done 2 each.
Diddloo, diddloo, diddloo.
Do you want to
Flashbacks.
do the honourable mentions?
Yes, we're gonna try something new here. So pretty much what we wanted to try and do is also mention some of the people that we don't bring up in some of the stories. And some of the people that I wanted to mention have kind of been mentioned already. But this event, I kind of wanted to mention Dave, obviously becoming general, but the pit fight that me and him had. I wanted to mention Chloe and Lee from the Rumble. Those two had one of my favourite moments. Just seeing Lee running in, going to grab Chloe, and her literally screaming out as loud as she could, "Oh my god, no!"
He is an absolute weapon, and
as
he's
he goes
amazing.
to kill it. Like, that was just absolutely amazing. Lucas for the allowing me to publicly challenge him next after my match with Dave was amazing. And Max and Owen of the Frost Bears, as always, you guys have always been lovely to hang out with. And then finally, my buddy, my partner in crime on the Saturday evenings, it would be Cal. It was lovely to have more adventures with you, buddy. So they're my kind of mentions of people.
Brilliant. I've got 3. So I met Dave and Ian off the LARP News podcast.
Hubble podcast.
I actually met them in character this time.
Oh wow.
I had quite a couple of interactions because Dave's got a new character now.
Yeah.
So I chatted with him quite a bit about his aspirations and what he wanted to do, and him and Fal got on very well. And then I saw them all as a collective outside Senate, which was really nice. So they were great fun to roleplay with. And we also met Luke, who we've known sort of in the background for a while now.
Yeah, he's like the first time we met him was, I think it was like the first time you made any posters.
Oh yeah.
And he was just like, "I love your work," and I was like, "It's not mine, it's hers." And yeah, he's just always been cool, very supportive guy, or like on Instagram and that, always like sending positivity. He's really, really good guy, and lot of time.
Thank you.
Even got a little present.
I got a present from
Did you
his
get a
son.
present? Oh,
What, from the aforementioned Luke?
From his son,
Yeah.
little
Which Luke?
boy.
Not Luke, you know.
not
Oh,
like,
fair. I'm sure he's lovely, whoever he is. He'll
Thank
clearly
you
give
very
me that.
much.
he's a blacksmith. Oh yeah, he's a blacksmith or a metalsmith.
Yeah, he's
So-
also a blacksmith, and we had a really nice chat
Yeah.
about making stuff, which was really cool.
Mm.
So yeah.
I've got 2. I want to say thanks to Steph for doing the Orc Heroism ritual. That was really cool. There was a little moment in there where I was like completely in the zone, touching all these Urus, and she like drive-byed me with the day staff, like twatted me in the head with it. So I'd realised the ritual had moved on from that point.
Yeah.
And the second one is Cheyenne of the LARP House sang to me over the Navarre fence.
Whoa, calm down. Breathe.
I can't, I'm fangirling too hard.
Breathe. So, LARP House person.
The lady who does the LARP House channel.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah,
amazing.
she's quite
Yeah.
cool there.
She's so cool.
So I think she was quite clever in. I don't think she told anyone she was coming to Empire
No.
before the event.
That was it, like, because she hadn't said anything.
Yeah.
I saw her and I was like, you know when you do that double take, because you're not, you can't like put
Ye-
them both in the same place.
Yeah.
I was like, I recognised her immediately, and then I spent like the rest of the event going, was it? Wasn't it? Was it? It
Yeah.
sounded just like her.
But given that she does that kind of thing, probably very, very likely it was her, probably.
It
And
was
it was.
her.
It was her,
Very
It
yeah.
was her. Oh my gosh, I love her so much.
Oh my god, calm down.
I can't.
Was she as nice as Rick the Bandman, the nicest man in the world?
Oof.
He's
Oh,
amazing.
I
I love him.
I don't think we can have that contest.
No, let's
it,
not
would,
go
it
there.
wouldn't be fair to pick a winner. They're both too nice.
Yeah.
They
They're both winners. There we go.
There we go.
Join.
Thank you so much,
Do you-
Jack,
do
for
you-
paying for
Do you
that.
have any friends, George? Or
No.
Okay.
Well, we just doing honourable mentions.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll give Holly one because that quite cool moment where she was after Mana for a ritually thing she needed doing, and I was a bit blind at the time, so I ended up giving her 30, and just like take it, and some quite cool fun roleplay came off the back of that, so that was cool.
What, you just going, 30?
Yeah, and just sticking up 30 mana to her because I'd had a few and I was feeling generous.
Fair play.
Ed actually, because the first time I ever got to see Ed as an OC Egregore, and he's good. So a lot of time for Ed now. Other cool things happened. You put me on the spot here. I don't know.
So I've actually got two more that I need to mention.
I'll have a think while you're doing
Some of you may have seen I was wandering around with a tree. Val's gotten some strange gifts in the past. That was definitely the weirdest.
that. Oh yeah,
Um,
I remember that.
I don't know whether it was an orange tree or a lime tree or apparently a kumquat
It was a
tree.
kumquat tree.
Kumquat.
But thank you very much. You know who you are. That was a wonderful little bit of roleplay. I'm sorry I was a little bit out of it. I was incredibly tired when you came into camp, and I'm sorry you only got me rather than all of the Skywise. But hopefully we've put it in. We've given it to one of our Marcher friends to look after. So we might see its produce next event. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe. And I got a wonderful little gift off of Lee as well. I got a little bowl that was a little. You hold it and you go dong, and it goes.
Do you want to get it?
No, because if I go off screen again, you'll get annoyed.
I will.
What if I do it? We get annoyed at me.
No,
Definitely.
you're a guest.
No.
No, that's all right. Leave it there. But yeah, so that's. Have you thought of any more? Or
Yes, you know the Crimson Reapers over in the league.
Yes.
There's a cracking moment where a few of us went over to them to like say thank you to us and drink to the dead and all that sort of. That was a really cool episode roleplay.
Yeah. Do you remember what his name was?
Bosh!
Bosh!
Exclamation mark.
Exclamation mark.
And if you're watching, I did mean to come find you on the Sunday, but I got exceptionally busy. I wasn't ignoring you. Come find me next event.
Oh, Bosh was the top bloke. We had so much fun.
He did. He just kept pouring loads and loads of really nice alcohol down my neck in his tent. I was a bit blind-eyed by like 6 o'clock. It wasn't good.
Yeah.
It was good, but
Okay.
Brilliant.
So those were the kind of like honourable mentions.
so on to our last.
On to our last ones.
For the lasties.
Do you wanna go first, Sammy?
Well, seeing as George has just kind of mentioned partly one of mine, give me 2 minutes to think. So if one of you want to go first for your last.
George, you're on the end.
to be fair, I'll probably say Gin Palace for my last moment because I've been meaning to get for ages. That was super hyped and it totally lived up to it. So for people who don't know, Gin Palace, or do we know its proper name? I can't remember.
Which
It's like
gin
the
club?
Call it Gym Palace because then it gives it a level of
bourgeois.
intrigue and mystery.
Yeah. So this was would you put it like a super exclusive bougie gin club for the 1%ers and the high flyers of Empire.
Yeah.
And Ruth, who OC runs it, has been saying for ages I've been needing to get, and I finally got this this season. And for someone like Craig, who is, like I say, exceptionally egotistical and self-centered, he was in his element there. Although it was then quite fun, to be fair, having to balance the ego of a Grendel in him with the reclusiveness of being an orc on his own. Well, it was good crack, I quite liked it. And the cucumber and elderflower gin that Ruth had.
Ooh.
Oh my god, it was phenomenal.
Very good.
Well,
Amazing. Cool, man.
So yeah, I like that. That was good.
Yeah. Me?
Yep.
So my favourite moment for this event was when the Jotun came to play on Saturday. So they brought a massive delegation. They came for Barry and the Iron Duke could challenge them, or we challenged them or something. There was a challenge the Iron Duke set for a shield, and the Jotun came and just had a massive punch up with the Winterfolk.
Yeah.
And it was brilliant. It was a wonderful fight to watch because it was two very evenly matched sides. I don't know whether it was actually the skirmish crew, like the permanent skirmish crew that PD had that came to fight, because they were really fucking good, like super good, and they were fighting against mostly the Dunnings, but I think a couple of other Winterfolk.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just
It's a good time.
It was just such a civilized, just well coordinated fight.
Nice.
And then on top of that, I got to negotiate the Were Guild and all the bits that we'd organised from the event before. I had a chat with a really cool Goldie, who was just very well briefed and very well. He knew exactly what he was doing. So hopefully Fal's met a new pen pal with him. Yeah, it was just an incredibly well done, well thought out, very well executed encounter with a bunch of crew that had obviously just come to have a load of fun. They had a load of fun. They made us have a load of fun. It was really, really good.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
My last one is probably sorting out the banner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing your running around.
I totally did not expect to get this done anytime soon.
Did it quite quickly.
Basically, I wound up leaving Kat in charge of it, and she just did it.
But
And
that's why
amazing.
she's going to be your replacement when you're gone.
Yeah.
She's going to be the next warlord.
This one can see as well. It's
Canon.
mad.
I know, right? One that can see.
Much more effective.
Yeah.
Definite upgrade. Yeah, Kat, you did an amazing job. I literally left her with enough iridescent gloaming, and that was it. I emptied my purse out, and there was like not even enough to cover like an eighth of it. And then I gave her like everything else I had that was valuable.
Yeah.
And like I don't know who she squeezed to get all the resources out, but she nailed it. Even when we went to go and do Timeless Hammer Rhythm to get it done.
Yeah.
Before Senate Motions.
Okay.
No, yeah, it was literally I went to go to Senate Motions.
Yeah.
And they were like, right, we have to go and do it now. And I was like, fuck. Sorry.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dearie.
We're going to get demonetised.
Ran off, missed the start of Senate Motions to do it. And then, like, we didn't have the Amber Girl.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't in our book. And so then I left her to go and get the Amber Girl. And I think she shook down some Reavers and Red Hands for it.
Yeah.
And wow, so Tog and Jura, I think, really helped her out with getting resources.
There'd be Luger
You
on the
guys
other side.
are amazing. I think it was you two. Wow, flipping heck. And then like Dom went to go play poker. Trosk went to go play poker.
Yep.
And we sort of dragged him out after Senate Motions and the Orc Ritual, and we were like, let's go and just do this because she got all the stuff together. And he's like, we'll just go take a quick stroll down to the Regio. And he's like, actually, I'm just going to check the time. And it was 3 minutes to 1. So we legged it to God, got there, managed to get all the resources and everything on the system before timeout. And then we just were like, how did we do that? It was amazing.
Damn.
Then we went and did it in a very, we went and did the ritual in a very, very dark Regio. And then we all went back.
Nice.
Don went back to the poker game, lost lots of money.
That's our boy.
And I went back to and waited for the tiny booze to return.
Mm.
Yeah.
Never did.
And I
Was that on
I owe
Saturday?
Dave a drink. Yeah, still. I still owe Dave a drink. Sorry, man. We'll get to it eventually. There we go. That. Oh, and the battle.
Yeah.
So I got to wield the banner in the battle,
It
and
was good.
it was awesome.
Good times.
Got to use its special powers.
That thing was literally like a last minute deal. Like, Kat got the ribbon like ridiculously close to us timing in as well.
Yeah, she did. She got up early for it.
It was insane.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Battling's good, but do you know what's even better than battling?
Having a lion.
Having a lion, you know. Didn't get out of bed until after time, and it was marvellous.
I've been really enjoying the battles, and it's like I cannot believe how much of a difference it made just having
such a pain you
an
being there,
actual
but
job. I know. Apparently, I was really far from the line.
You were.
Like a lot of the time. I didn't think it was that bad, but I'm sorry.
makes
guys.
my job harder.
Really sorry. Just heard me. I did say like it would be like you'd see the banner,
Yeah.
but like on the opposite side.
Yeah.
I'd be amongst the Grendel.
There was one moment where I was kind of like, she's very close.
There was one moment where they almost got me,
Yeah.
and like trying to like roleplay being unconcerned was really hard.
I'm going to die. I'm going to die.
They were just out of arm's reach of
Yeah.
me, and there was like no one there, and it was
Not that
pretty
you
funny.
knew of.
OC, I could obviously see that there was no one there. It was great, but having something to do like definitely improved
Yeah.
my time. It was really good.
Brilliant.
I would say then for my favourite moment, my last favourite moment, would have to be being asked to be sergeant again for the battle. Like I feel like I've really come into my own doing the battles. Like I always take the rear, and you know it's one of those things that I really enjoy. Don't get to hit like as much as I used to, but I tend to lose my voice, and as you can hear, my voice is still pretty like in and out of working properly because I was shouting so much. But it like what I was doing felt like it was organising the orcs a little bit more on the battlefield, and to me that kind of felt rewarding because it seemed like we were more of a military unit going out there and fighting. So it kind of gave that look of how we should, and it felt really nice to be a part of that. So to Dave, I think it was Dave, Alex, they kind of so Raikana and Jan that kind of put my name forward to do it again.
To be fair, Dave was telling us you apparently proper smashed it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
nice.
heard Alex saying that you were really good as well. Like them two work as a
They do. They work really well. So yeah, that was my, one of my favourite moments. So I think that's us done this time
Yeah.
round.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So Matt, what are they gonna do?
What are they going to do? Are they going to like, subscribe and share?
And what else are they gonna do?
Hit the notification bell because the algorithm doesn't work anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what they say, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. What am I supposed to be saying?
Well,
If
their
you
favourite.
would like to
Oh,
submit
send it to
your
them.
favourite moments, please feel free to leave us a message either here or can we do it on Facebook?
We can do on Facebook.
Submit it to Sammy Kilsby at facebook.com.
It's not that big.
Are we going to give it 2 weeks this time?
Yeah, we'll give it 2 weeks. We'll give people a bit of time. Put your favourite moments in the comments or on a post that I'll do on Facebook. Or if you don't really want to do that, feel free to message me.
Or if you see him in the street, just scream.
Yeah,
at him.
just scream from the other side of the
Scream
street.
into his face.
And we will do a your favourite moments video in about 2 weeks then.
So it's going to close
Right.
on the 12th of August. That's when we're going to stop taking things.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, so with that
Yay.
said and with that done, we will see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Bye.
Say goodbye, George.
Alright. Also, that's really not 20% anymore. Give that a go. Please don't be turned off.
Oh, thank fuck.
See, I hope boys and girls at home can see that
Oh.
because I've been gagging all video, so I don't want them to think that I